Retirement, a word that can inspire both excitement and fear. For some, it's the long-awaited reward for decades of hard work. For others, it's a daunting transition that leaves them questioning their identity and purpose. What if I told you that the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers powerful strategies to not only face retirement but to thrive in it? Today we'll explore timeless wisdom from Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, and how their teachings can help you navigate this new chapter of life. 1. Redefining purpose in retirement. One of the biggest challenges in retirement is the loss of a structured purpose. For decades, your career may have defined your days, your goals, and even your identity. Stoicism reminds us that purpose isn't tied to a job title, it's about living in accordance with your values. Seneca, the Roman philosopher, said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." Retirement is your opportunity to explore new passions and rediscover your purpose. Maybe it's spending more time with family, volunteering for a cause you care about, or pursuing hobbies you never had time for. Take Mark, for example, a retired engineer who felt lost after leaving his job. He turned to gardening, a hobby he'd always loved but never pursued seriously. Over time, he found purpose in teaching young kids about sustainability and growing their own food. Through this, Mark discovered a deeper sense of fulfillment that wasn't tied to his career, but to his values of giving back and staying connected to nature. Ask yourself, what values have guided you throughout your life? How can you live those values in retirement? 2. Accepting change and aging gracefully. Aging and change are inevitable, but resisting them only creates frustration. Stoicism teaches us to accept the natural flow of life and to focus on what we can control, our mindset and our actions. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoics, said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." Instead of lamenting the physical changes that come with age, ask, what wisdom or perspective have I gained over the years? How can I use that to benefit myself and others? Take James, a retired firefighter. He struggled with feelings of helplessness as his body slowed down, but by adopting a Stoic perspective, he shifted his focus. Instead of mourning what he couldn't do, he started coaching young recruits, passing on his knowledge and experience. This not only gave him purpose, but helped him see the value of his unique perspective. When facing change, ask, what opportunities does this situation offer me? What can I control in this moment? The power of daily Stoic practices. Retirement offers freedom, but it also requires discipline. Without structure, days can easily drift by. The Stoics believed in the importance of daily practices to anchor your thoughts and actions. Start your mornings with a Stoic reflection. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to prepare for challenges. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. By setting this expectation, he could face the day with calm and understanding. Spend 5 minutes journaling when you wake up. Write down one thing you're grateful for, one challenge you expect today and how you'll respond. 3. One intention to guide your actions. End your day with reflection, a practice Seneca encouraged. Ask yourself, what did I do well today? What could I have done better? What will I improve tomorrow? 4th, letting go of external validation. Throughout our careers, we often measure our worth by external markers, promotions, accolades, or recognition from others. Retirement strips away these markers, leaving us vulnerable to feelings of inadequacy. But Stoicism teaches us to seek validation from within. Epictetus reminds us, seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves. Your worth isn't determined by your accomplishments, but by how you live according to your principles. Focus on your character, your relationships, and the impact you have on others. Consider Ellen, who retired as a high-powered executive. At first, she felt restless without the constant feedback and recognition from work. But she found peace by focusing on smaller, more personal goals, like volunteering at her local animal shelter and spending quality time with her grandchildren. These moments, while quieter, brought her deeper satisfaction than any corporate milestone ever had. 5. Finding joy in the present. One of the most profound teachings of Stoicism is the importance of living in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present. You have to assemble your life action by action." Retirement is a time to finally slow down and savor life's simple pleasures, but many of us struggle to fully enjoy the present. The Stoics believed that joy doesn't come from external possessions or achievements. It comes from our ability to live in the moment and appreciate what we already have. Embracing the present moment. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This isn't about being morbid, it's about recognizing the fleeting nature of life so you can treasure every moment you have. In retirement, it's easy to fall into patterns of worry. Worry about finances, health, or even how you'll fill your time, but by focusing on the present, you free yourself from these burdens. I met Robert, a retired banker, who confessed that even after retiring comfortably, he constantly worried about his investments and his future health, but through daily meditation and Stoic reflection, he learned to shift his focus. He began practicing gratitude, listing 3 things he was thankful for every morning. Over time, his mindset transformed, and he started noticing the beauty in everyday moments: a cup of coffee with his wife, a walk in the park, or simply watching the sunset. Daily practice. Take 5 minutes each day to pause, breathe, and notice 3 things you're grateful for in the present moment. Letting go of regret and anxiety. Many retirees find themselves stuck in cycles of regret about the past or anxiety about the future. The Stoics believed these mental habits rob us of our peace and happiness. Epictetus taught, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." Regret focuses on what you cannot change, the past. Anxiety often centers on what you cannot control, the future. Both distract you from the only time that truly matters, now. Instead, focus your energy on what you can do in the present. I remember meeting Linda, a retired school principal, who regretted not traveling more during her working years. This regret left her feeling paralyzed and bitter. But when she embraced Stoic practices, she realized the past was unchangeable. She shifted her focus to the present and planned small trips with friends and family, creating memories she could cherish without dwelling on missed. When regrets arise, ask yourself, "Can I change this?" If not, redirect your focus to what you can control in the present. Finding joy in simplicity. The Stoics believed that happiness isn't found in wealth, possessions, or extravagance. It's found in simplicity and gratitude. Seneca advised, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." In retirement, it's tempting to fill your time with expensive hobbies or elaborate plans, but real joy often comes from the simplest things: a quiet moment with a loved one, tending a garden, or watching the sunrise. By simplifying your life, you create space for what truly matters. Take Mary and Paul, who downsized their home after retirement. Instead of feeling like they'd lost something, they embraced the simplicity of their new lifestyle, spending evenings reading, cooking together, and enjoying nature. They found that with less to manage, they had more time for each other and for the small joys of life. Identify one area in your life where you can simplify. It could be decluttering your home, reducing commitments, or focusing on fewer but more meaningful activities. Strengthening relationships in the present. Retirement is a chance to deepen your connections with the people who matter most. The Stoics believed in the importance of relationships, reminding us that we're social beings meant to support and care for one another. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." Retirement gives you the time to nurture your relationships. Call an old friend, spend quality time with family, or volunteer in your community. John, a retired doctor, used to regret missing family dinners during his busy career. In retirement, he made it a point to host weekly gatherings with his children and grandchildren. Living fully in the present. Retirement is your opportunity to live more fully in the present, to let go of regrets about the past, release anxieties about the future, and embrace the simple joys of today. As Marcus Aurelius said, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. With Stoic principles as your guide, you can transform this chapter of life into one filled with purpose, connection, and peace. If you found value in this video, share it with someone who's navigating retirement, and let me know in the comments, how do you plan to embrace the present moment? Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on living a meaningful life, the Stoic way.